Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we check in with Stosh. He has gone Hollywood. For your Valentine, I prepare recipes with blood oranges. But first, sweets for your sweetie. At Landgraf Chocolate, they make beautiful small batch handcrafted chocolates. Homemade fillings with fresh ingredients. Each chocolate is a work of art and well worth the calorie splurge. Landgraf Chocolates is a family business. We've got Michael Jr., and he has learned all your chocolate trade from the master.
From the master over there.
And you know, you're also the bread chef, you're the chocolate chef. I mean, you've got it going on. Now, where did you begin your chocolate journey?
We started chocolate at, if some of you folks remember, Shelton Matthews down on Market Street in Boardman there. A lot of history back there. We're friends with Don Matthews, the founder of that.
I mean, those were so beautiful. I mean, you know, and yours are too. I mean, there is truly an artistry that goes into it. I mean, especially your colored ones.
Yeah.
How do you get the different colors, Michael?
It's basically like a special food coloring. We hand paint it into the molds before you put it in the chocolate. It doesn't affect the taste or anything. It just makes them look really, really nice. It's like an extra step, but it makes them look really pretty.
And the chocolates are pure. For like your dark, what kind of blend are you looking for when you make those?
You know, our chocolates we import from Belgium raw. We temper that here in our machines. We're using in the low 60s for our dark chocolate, 60% cocoa mass, and our milk chocolate is Belgium as well. It's around 37% cocoa mass.
Was it a lot of hit or miss when you guys were coming up with your recipes? Did you just sit around and like eat chocolate all day and say like, well, this has a nice mouth, this like melts nicely? What were you looking for?
We actually had a day where we met this guy that was like a chocolate salesman, and he brought a bunch of stuff in over at the bread shop, and my dad, myself, and then Russ, the one guy that bakes for us. We were just trying all this stuff.
So this was your scientific panel?
Yeah. It was 3 of us and 100 different kinds of chocolate. So then we actually got this stuff in the mail. We ordered it separate from the stuff that guy brought us. We just knew that it's what we wanted. Like all 3 of us agreed that it was just really good and the flavor that we wanted, and yeah.
How do you get it to be so glossy? Why is it so, yours is so pretty and shiny? How do you do that?
That's just the chocolate being in really good temper, and then the room being the right conditions. So we keep the room at 68 degrees all the time, like no humidity.
Yeah, it's really nice here. I mean, it's really cool.
So we just keep the temperature like really consistent, and then the chocolate tempering machines that we have are great. They hold the chocolate in perfect temper, so then when you mold it every time, it's really consistent. So yeah, like just consistency with the temperature and how you handle the stuff.
You're not in the wine business, are you?
I can't. No, it stinks. I wish. I just found the coolest looking bottle I could find, but
and that is a really nice idea, though.
Yeah, like for corporate gifts or like just for people you don't know what the heck to get them for Christmas, you can pick 4 different pieces of chocolate and it'll hang on any wine bottle. So it's a nice little presentation.
That is a cute idea.
Yeah.
And wine and chocolate do go together.
Perfect mix, right?
Now, so what is this called?
This is just our 12-piece box. One thing that we do here, we let you pick your own assortments. I don't do prepackaged assortments because everybody likes different stuff. And we don't want you to open up a box and have like 3 of the pieces that you really don't want, you know? Yes. So it like personalizes it a little bit more. So yeah, that's just a 12-piece box. I've also got 6-piece boxes. Same kind of deal, just smaller. It looks like a little necklace.
So it's not by the pound, it's by the piece.
Yeah, exactly. Like the 12-piece box is a little bit over a half pound.
Okay.
So like, yeah, and all of our pieces are slightly different sizes. Then that's like a 2-piece box. And this has actually been pretty popular with like for like bridal shower favors or
Wait, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we did them last week for a rehearsal dinner for like the favors at everybody's spot.
So these are like your Willy Wonka bars?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're cool different chocolate bars.
The golden ticket.
There you go. Yeah, so we sell these in our store every day. We have a bunch of different kinds of nuts and stuff like that in them. And then we've got a few different places in town that you can buy them to. Branch Street Coffee, high octane coffee, and then Pressed, which is a little cafe place on YSU's campus. They all carry these. We do all the bars in milky and dark. And the cool thing too is the dark chocolate bars, they're all actually totally vegan. There's no milk product in it, which is, even most dark chocolates do have a little bit of milk
so
product
this is
in there.
perfect for
yeah,
vegans.
so vegans, and then anybody that's like lactose intolerant, you could definitely still have that chocolate and be good to go.
But you have like the coffee topping with the beans. I mean,
Yeah.
this is really nice. And then just the straight.
Just straight solid
Look
chocolate.
at that, they're beautiful. So you guys, you feed all the sins. Wonderful chocolate.
Exactly.
The bread chef. I mean, they've got all bases covered. They're right here on Western Reserve Road, Southwestern Place, near South Avenue. And I can't thank you. The two Mikes, thank you for having me out.
Yeah, thank you.
And feeding. Oh man, this is great chocolate. You're gonna love it. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor. Did you know that the Magic Tree is for lovers?
Oh yeah, and love is in the air, Magic Tree Pub and Eatery.
And I think it's great because with Valentine's Day falling on a Tuesday, you've got the weekend before and you've got the weekend after and all week long to celebrate.
Right.
Chef Tank, great locally sourced specials on his farm-to-table menu for lovers.
All week long, and then on Monday is Galentine's Day, where the girls can come out, sip and paint with wine and beer. Tuesday is Valentine's Day, and we're gonna have a special for the love of beer, food, and comedy with dueling pianos. It's gonna be a great event, and everyone needs to just check out our website for more information.
And you know the beverages will be here along with the food. Great bubbles, great beer, craft cocktails, and extensive wine list. Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Love you, Phil.
Love you, Casey.
Part of growing up in Youngstown is growing up with Rowley Brothers Markets. Even friends who have moved out of town come to shop and say hi when they're home for a visit.
And my family has always shopped at Rowley's, and today they are still my favorite grocery store. My recipes depend on the best ingredients, and that's why I get them at Rowley's, where you'll always find the freshest food at the best prices.
Rowley Brothers is a proud sponsor of the KC Malone Show. The quality that customers have come to expect is true local flavor.
Hurry into a Spitzer location near you to enjoy the lowest prices of the year on some of our best-selling 2016 models. You can save thousands on your new vehicle with the Spitzer Model Year-End Sales Event. Spitzer, saving you more since 1904.
4 for $5 till 6. Happy hour at Sadies Place inside the Best Western, Route 46, Austin Town.
It's Suzanne's Valentine's Sale. Take 14% off the item of your choice, now through February 14th at Suzanne's.
Okay guys, you've just made the most important decision of your life. Now what do? Your engagement ring should be as special as your bride-to-be. She deserves better than look-alike inventory. Remember, a bigger price tag does not mean better quality. Real men get real jewelry. It's time to get real. Here's what we offer: a unique selection, 2 graduate gemologists, 2 craftsmen to design exactly what you want, in a local family-owned business for the 3rd generation. You know what to do. Get real, get Kamara.
Well, today my husband Ken is going to join me in the kitchen.
I'm here.
And
Here to
this
help.
is going to be a really good segment. We're going to make a main dish, a salad, and a cocktail. And the main ingredient, one of my favorite
The blood
things,
orange.
blood oranges. You got the post-holiday funk going on. You feel like winter doldrums are setting in, and then in the grocery store, here comes a little beacon of light.
It's beautiful.
The
It's
blood
beautiful.
orange.
Nice and red.
Love them. Originally they're from Italy and Spain, and now they're cultivated and grown in California and Texas. And our season in the United States is about December to May.
Yep.
So we start seeing them around here usually January, February.
And that's why you purchase cases and cases of them.
I do, and I juice them, I freeze them, and I just love this as an ingredient. And they're really rich in antioxidants, vitamin C,
They're
vitamin
not so
A.
sweet.
They're not as sweet as a regular navel, but they are delicious, so take advantage. The bounty is now. And in the States, Moros, which means dark or black, is the most common variety. So we are going to start with a chicken dish,
Okay.
then a salad, and then get ready for my cocktail. So let's get going with some blood oranges.
Sounds great.
For this recipe, you'll need the juice of 5 blood oranges, 4 skinless, boneless chicken breasts. You'll need 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 onion minced, 5 cloves of garlic minced, 3/4 cup chicken stock, 1/4 cup dry white wine, a teaspoon of chopped parsley, and 1 tablespoon of honey. I started the recipe last night. I took the 4 chicken breasts and I marinated them in the juice of 2 blood oranges. It really tenderizes them and gives them a really nice tangy flavor. So now I've salted and peppered them on both sides, and I'm going to brown them in some extra virgin olive oil. It'll be about 4 or 5 minutes per side, so let's add them to the hot oil. All right, it's been about 10 minutes, about 5 minutes per side on browning the chicken, and this is done nicely. All right, so let's turn this off. What I'm going to do is just transfer these to a platter. And this skillet, I am going to melt the butter and get this Moro orange sauce prepared. After this melts, we'll add the garlic and onion. So now I'll add the onion and the garlic. You're gonna love this dish. It is so easy. It cooks on the stovetop, not that difficult, and everybody will be very impressed when they taste this. We're just gonna cook these for a few minutes to soften them up. Well, the onions are nice and translucent, the garlic is gold, and now we're going to add, this is the juice of 3 blood oranges. Oh, look at great color. We're going to add the white wine and the chicken stock and the parsley. All right. So we are going to bring this up to a boil. It'll reduce a little bit. Well, this has come to a nice rolling boil, and boy, I wish you could be in my mom's kitchen and smell how wonderful this is with the onions and the blood orange. So now I'm going to put the chicken breasts back in and let them absorb all this great flavor. And then I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to lower the heat to low to let it simmer, and I'm going to cook this about 15 minutes more, and then halfway through I'll turn them and then we'll be done. While we're waiting for the chicken to finish cooking, I will make one of my favorite salads. It's spinach and arugula, and then I use a blood orange dressing. So what I've done is I've washed and torn up some baby arugula and some baby spinach, and I'll just layer this with some sliced, pretty thin, red onion. I just love the bite of red onion. If you want, you can use a more mild onion, but I like the red. And then I took a Moro blood orange, peeled it, and I am just going to put the segments and scatter them along the top. And then I have about 1/4 cup of feta cheese that I've crumbled. We'll put that on top. And last but not least, some unsalted sunflower seeds. So now we'll make the dressing. The salad dressing is super easy. 1/2 cup extra virgin olive oil. 1/2 cup of my favorite, the blood orange juice. We'll add that. And then a small shallot, chopped fine. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then 1 tablespoon of sherry vinegar. Love that stuff. And then a little salt and a little pepper. All right, so now I will whisk this together. And this makes quite a bit. So you could put it in a jar or a container, and it'll keep for a week or two in your refrigerator because you're not going to use that much on this. But look at that beautiful color, beautiful flavor. And we will drizzle this over it right before we serve it. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. Ooh, and this chicken is ready. It is beautiful. Here is our last and final step. I'm going to remove these from the skillet. Very nice. Oh, tender, smells and looks delicious. And there's that real pretty pink color to it because of the blood orange. I'll put this aside, and we're going to use these pan juices. So to thicken it a bit, I'm going to turn this up. There we go, back to high. And I'm going to put in a tablespoon of honey. We'll let that dissolve. Give it a couple minutes, cook it down. It'll be just have a little more body, and then we'll pour some of it over our chicken before we serve it. So the salad's prepared, we've got the chicken ready to go, and the last part of this puzzle.
Yes, let's have a
the
drink.
Cocktail.
Sure.
Ken, I gotta thank you because as you can see, he looks like he's been a butcher most of the day, but he's got
Juicy.
Blood orange juice from juicing these all day for me.
And from cutting the onions and everything else.
Exactly. Now this is a recipe I think you're gonna love. This cocktail, I have named it myself. It's called My Bloody Valentine
How
Martini.
creative. Okay.
This is enough for two. So are you ready? We have some
I'm ready.
ice in the shaker. All right, Ken,
Chilled
I'm
glasses.
going to need a half a cup of fresh squeezed
And there it
orange
is.
juice.
That's going in the
Okay.
shaker.
Then I'm going to need 4 teaspoons of this Saint Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur. All right, so then I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of fresh lime juice. There you go. I'm going to need 1/2 cup of vodka, whatever kind you like. And I'll tell you, this measuring is really, really nice. This measuring cup I bought you to make sure that we have the exact
I was pouring a little heavy there for a while,
Yes.
and then a little too light, a little too heavy,
And
a
then
little too
a
light.
little splash, about an eighth
Little
of a
bit?
cup, just a splash of
Okay.
seltzer.
Got it.
All right, so then we'll shake them all up. We chilled these really nicely before. Look at the beautiful color. Very nice. Don't be stingy.
On a
Thank
stick
you
here.
for being my sous chef today.
It was hard work.
I know.
Cheers.
Oh,
It's a good sipping cocktail.
delicious. Really, you're gonna fall in love with the blood oranges. Just go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. You'll have the My Bloody Valentine Martini recipe, the arugula salad with the dressing, and the chicken dish. It's all right there. You are going to learn to love winter when we get the citrus in stock. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Hi everybody, I'm Danny, owner and operator of Catullo Prime Meats, a third-generation butcher shop that not only specializes in quality, but also in customer service and doing things in a new technological way. Chris here is our customer service manager. Chris, what do you think that we do differently than any other grocery store?
I think we personally not only offer great product, but we can offer a great customer service experience as well. We try and treat all our customers like they were family and friends, ask how their family's doing just so they can keep in touch, and give them that customer experience that they deserve.
And the nice part is we not only do that inside the store, but also on CatulloPrimeMeats.com, where you can buy a lot of our products that we carry here, whether it be grass-fed beef, organic chicken, some of our specialty burgers and bacon. Those are wonderful, and we're going to provide that same customer experience online as we do in store.
Come see us in store or online. Make your next meal one to remember.
$5 Burger Mondays at Sadies Place, inside the Best Western, Route 46, Austintown. Cerney means trucks. For over 50 years, the Cerney family has been the area's leader for medium and heavy-duty international trucks. New or pre-owned, Cerney means trucks. Easy to find. Cerney Motors is conveniently located at Route 46 and 80. At Cerney Motors, no job is too big or too small. Cerney Motors service will keep you on the road. For service, parts, sales, lease, or rental, Cerney means trucks.
Hurry into a Spitzer location near you to enjoy the lowest prices of the year on some of our best-selling 2016 models. You can save thousands on your new vehicle with the Spitzer Model Year-End Sales Event. Spitzer, saving you more since 1904.
I am blessed with a wonderful husband. He's stuck with me through thick and thin, and he's a fantastic father. So when he needed long-term care, not just any place would do, we did our research. Everyone said, trust the name you know, Briarfield. With all those locations, there's always one close. That made it easy for me and the kids to visit more often, Briarfield.
Trust the name you know, Briarfield. Proudly serving the Valley for over 20 years.
Well, I'm sure you remember my friend Stas Kmiec. We have done so many things over the last year or so. Of course, the artistic director for Ballet Western Reserve and the Youngstown Nutcracker, Remember Fiddler on the Roof, and of course, my bus tour. Well, now you're back to New York City. And here's the most fascinating thing. You're acting. I mean, you have really done a lot of background and dance work on all these great movies and television shows.
Yeah, I have.
And I really want to hear about this stuff. Most recently, Vinyl, the new Scorsese, Mick Jagger thing that's going to be on HBO.
Yes.
Now, how did that come to be?
You know, I got a phone call and they asked me if I could foxtrot because they knew I was a dancer. And I said, of course I can foxtrot. And I ended up showing up on the set and we didn't foxtrot at all. And I got a partner, right off. And they ended up, we listened to the music, it was swing freestyle. And there was a band, but they were playing to the music that was pre-recorded. Anyways, we found out it was swing freestyle, so we did that. And then they had another band that did mambo. It was this great, Cuban band, and they were doing mambo. And so I know those dances, and my partner really didn't, but I gave her the moves and pulled her around, and there were a few of us that were doing it. It was great.
Now, that's set in '73.
Yes, it was.
What kind of clothing did you wear?
I had a tuxedo with one of those big
ties.
big ties, and a wig because my hair was not long enough for the period. So yeah, it's kind of funny.
And how was Scorsese?
It was great. He was just kind of on the sidelines because Scorsese and Mick Jagger are producers.
Yeah.
So we didn't really do a lot of interacting with them, but it's a very exciting project.
And then you fill in. You do a lot of.
Well, they call it core ensemble, and there's two productions that I've been core ensemble with. The Americans on FX this is the 4th season, and I am part of the KGB Soviet Embassy group. It's a great group. Every time I go back on that set, it's just seeing, it's like old homecoming week. And then another one is Limitless, which is the new show on CBS.
Yes, Bradley Cooper is always in the beginning.
He's in the beginning
of the movie.
We never see him, unfortunately. But the other two actors we see all the time. And I'm part of the FBI, and it's been interesting because some of the young girls, the students at Ballet Western Reserve had said, were you on Limitless? I saw you, and so it's been a lot of fun, and again, sort of this exterior, gruff exterior because we're FBI, and I have my own desk there too, and then fun times that where they throw little lines like here are the files you asked for, and those things are always fun. But again, you're just given a call and there you are.
And I love that you worked with Tina Fey. You were telling me about the amazing Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes, the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I was called on that as well, and they said,
this one was really in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. They said, we know you're Polish, and we know you're a dancer. Do you know how to polka? And I was like, of course I know how to polka. And I said, well, what kind? A Polish-American polka or a Polish polka? So anyways, I was polkaing on that with, there were two couples, and it was funny because they asked me they said, you're too good. And you've got to bring it down. And so I swear, but by the end, I was dancing about 20% of my capacity because, obviously you can't overshadow Tina Fey. But now I'm going to tell you about another nice guy, and he told me to call him Bobby way back when, but Robert De Niro. I am going to be the dance consultant and choreographer of a new feature film called The Comedian. And Edie Falco is in it, but also but also Robert
I
De
bet you
Niro.
she's cool.
And I had worked with him on I worked with him on The Good Shepherd. I was brought in for a screen test. I didn't get the part, and I got a call that Bobby would like to see you. And so I went over to Brooklyn. He kept me waiting for 4 hours. I finally got to see him, and he said, you know, you were too good looking, and I'm going to figure out something for you. And so he did. It was the guy who shoots the guy that I was supposed to be, that I had auditioned for, and it got lost on the cutting room floor.
Oh.
And I was invited to the cast screening, and I'm watching the entire movie, and it was gone.
Where am I? Hello.
But I will get to see him again on this, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
And
Because
when does that begin?
it's in March, the very beginning of March.
Oh,
so they asked me
great.
to be open for that time. It's going to, I'm staging a wedding sequence, and all the dances and that fun stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
You know, I just know you were really a part of our community, and you're going to be missed.
I know.
But we're going to see you on the big screen or on the tube.
I had a blast here. I got to do so much to work in not only dance, but theater and opera and all the It was about the collaborations, which was really important, and working with all these wonderful community groups. I mean, there are so much vibrant art here in Youngstown. You have the Butler, you have all these theater groups, and it's been really a pleasure. And also I want to say that you have been, since that first interview, a kindred spirit and a dear friend. And
well, we're going to take our last bus trip.
I know, and I know we're going to be seeing each other again.
Yes.
So anyways, thank you very much.
Oh,
okay.
Love you.
Fantastic. Hey, you better unlist your phone. Does it leave the pressure? Look at him, he's soaking wet. Is this guy a natural or what? He's a natural.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.